On Friday, the Women in Leadership Conference aims to address some of the gender differences that today's society deals with. Here's a look at a few points one of the speakers will be making. Professor Michelle Ryan, who studies gender differences, says, interestingly enough, the lack of political figures on Aruba and the uneven ratio of men to women in a boardroom is a global issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's an absolute global problem. So I think everywhere is struggling with this issue and everyone's dealing with it in different ways. So if you look at Norway, for example, they've got quotas to have a certain number of women, 40% of women on boards, and that's working really well. If you look at the UK, where I'm working at the moment, again, not so good, and we've had not quotas, but voluntary targets of 25% of women on boards. So these are, I think it's a struggle that everyone's dealing with, both in industry and in politics as well. So I don't think Aruba's any different.
I asked the expert at the end of the day, has the world, particularly the men, accepted women as dominant players within the workforce?
I think female leaders are still a novelty, so they stand out, and I think they draw attention. I think that can both be in a positive and a negative way. So I think they are a novelty. I don't think many people overtly really say, oh, I don't want a female boss, or I don't want to work with a female leader, or those sorts of things. But it is still different. I think people have to get used to a different style. They have to get used to dealing with someone that perhaps has a different background. They might have to deal with different work patterns. So women are often have more childcare responsibilities and those sorts of things. So I think there is some adjustment that the workplace needs to do.